You're watching the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Chase Sr. How do you even summarize or explain the day that we just had as Niners fans? Unbelievable, ridiculous, thrilling, crazy, and lastly, are you kidding me? San Francisco able to deplete a 17-0 deficit early in this game to come back and defeat the Los Angeles Rams 27-24 to punch their ticket to the NFL playoffs. And next week, they will be taking on the Dallas Cowboys, a beatable team in my opinion, in the first round of the NFL playoffs in the wild card round. We were live for this entire game during our watch party. It was absolutely crazy. And early on, it was looking as though San Francisco was not going to be able to make it into the playoffs because if they lost this game while down 17, they needed the New Orleans Saints to also lose to the Atlanta Falcons. Well, the Saints went on without Taysom Hill and Trevor Siemian as their quarterback to basically dominate Atlanta. And San Francisco, on the other hand, able to make some adjustments, comes back from a 17-0 deficit to take down the Los Angeles Rams. They continue to own the Rams. Kyle Shanahan's sixth consecutive win over Sean McVay as he continues to be Sean McVay's daddy. And in the process, San Francisco punches their ticket to the playoffs. Now, I had criticized Jimmy Garoppolo early in this game because he didn't look ready or right to play. But credit to Garoppolo, I will eat the crow and tell all of you right now watching, live or after the fact, that Garoppolo played a clutch, fascinating, intense, and awesome football game. The NFC playoff picture finalized. Green Bay Packers with the number 1 seed. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, number 2 seed. Dallas Cowboys at number 3 at 12-5. Los Angeles Rams at number 4, finishing with that 12-5 record. And as we look ahead to next weekend, wild card matchups. Buccaneers will host the Philadelphia Eagles. The Dallas Cowboys will host your San Francisco 49ers. Los Angeles Rams, divisional rivalry, will take on the Arizona Cardinals, and the Green Bay Packers get that first round bye. As we continue to break this game down during our 49ers Report post-game show, we picked up 1,200 subscribers today, picking up 50,000 subscribers in total, the best day in the history of this channel. I want to ask you this. One word to describe how you're feeling. The easiest word for me, elated. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's post-game show. So if you get hit with that YouTube ad break, just scroll on down and get your one-word reactions in the comment section. We're going to answer our questions from our live audience here on the 49ers Report and just run through some of these super chats from some of our loyal subscribers. Boris fan, $10. Didn't even need to say anything because he's so excited that San Francisco has punched their ticket to the NFL playoffs. We move on to 415 Garcia. 49ers, this team has the heart of a fighter, never quit LFG. And honestly, you have to give credit to this entire organization for maintaining faith. If the Niners were to lose this game, you'd look back at that schedule and basically you would summarize by saying a season of blown opportunities. Both losses to the Seattle Seahawks, on the road against the Arizona Cardinals. You lost a winnable game to the Tennessee Titans. You lost a winnable game earlier in the year at home to the Green Bay Packers. There were multiple instances in which San Francisco was able to punch their ticket to the NFL playoffs, and they squandered some of these winnable games. But at the end of the day, in a do-or-die situation, Jimmy Garoppolo, with a messed-up thumb, was able to play and rebound from a slow start, and the Niners able to overcome some of those mental deficiencies and mental lapses early in this game to be victorious in this matchup, and in the process, 6 consecutive wins against the Los Angeles Rams. Keith Hairston, that was crazy. Is there also another way to describe this entire game other than the fact that it was crazy? Down 17-0, you mount a comeback. Early in the game, you're like, Garoppolo can't throw the football. You make some adjustments. You're able to come through with some really clutch playoffs, run that L3 if we can, Jack, because that L3 still stands. And the Niners come back to win this game, which at the end of the day really was crazy. I mean, you're on the road, you're down in a large hole against a very good and red-hot Rams team that has won 5 consecutive football games, and you make some adjustments offensively and defensively. And can we give a shout-out to DeMeco Ryans for the adjustments that he made with this defensive unit, because the Rams were carving this team up, especially on third downs. Matthew Stafford was unconscious. He was just dicing this 49ers defense up. And with a weak secondary and a very good pass rush, the Niners able to really generate that pass rush to make Matthew Stafford somewhat uncomfortable. And that really, the combining factors, was the turning point of this entire game. So for Keith Hairston to say, 49ers, that was crazy. Could you have asked for a crazier game? You win and you're in. You go down 17-0. The Saints end up thumping the Atlanta Falcons, so you have to take care of business, and you're able to climb yourself out of that early hole and show the mental fortitude to win this game. And honestly, in my opinion, Niners going on the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys, that is a winnable game. And the matchup favors San Francisco because the Cowboys' weakness is on the interior offensive line, and the Niners' strength is on the interior defensive line. I think San Francisco can win this game, and if I have to put a prediction down right now, I think they do win that game. Dan, AJ, who do you give the game ball to? Has to be a combination of people. DeMeco Ryans, because of the defensive adjustments that took place throughout the duration of that ball game. Kyle Shanahan as well. Jimmy Garoppolo too. And I will say, right here on the 49ers report, I deserve to eat the crow in saying that Jimmy Garoppolo should have been benched in favor for Trey Lance. Now, I understand the scenario and all the talking points that took place as to who would be the starting quarterback for this football team moving forward into this game. You have Garoppolo, who's the more experienced player, who's also injured. If you wanted to go with Trey Lance, he is the more athletic upside quarterback who's inexperienced. So I saw why Kyle Shanahan elected to go with Jimmy Garoppolo. But early in this game, nobody can deny that he didn't look healthy enough to play. But somehow he was able to fight through this thumb injury, which basically affects the entire webbing of his throwing hand, where he couldn't grip the football or be accurate with the football. He threw 2 picks, but he overcame that, somehow fought through, and was clutch. Absolutely clutch for the San Francisco 49ers. Now the Niners in the process have clinched a playoff berth, and this is monster for the fan base, for the channel, for this organization. I want to segue that going into this. Who was the 49ers regular season MVP? Was it Nick Bosa? Was it Deebo Samuel? I think those are the 2 front runners for the regular season MVP for San Francisco. You let me know who the regular season MVP was for this football team in the comment section down below, and flood that bad boy with all of your responses. Now, the 49ers are playoff bound officially. What a crazy day. What a game. And the way that this game transpired and ended, absolutely nuts. And in the process, the 49ers Report channel was able to grow like crazy today. Now, if you're excited about the 49ers making into the playoffs and you want to cop some 49ers playoff gear, we have you hooked up with a bunch of deals thanks to our friends at Fanatics. Chatsports.com/49ers playoffs. You'll be able to get some tees, maybe some hats. This gear is going to continue to come out over the next couple of hours. You want to be proud of your 49ers making into the big dance? Use that link down below. It's chatsports.com/49ers playoffs. All thanks to our friends at Fanatics. J-Man B, does this redeem the crappy decisions coach and general manager made this season? Does this redeem Jimmy G? Does this shut up the haters? So, if you're a hater of Jimmy Garoppolo, this does kind of shut you up. Now, early on in this game, I had said it right here on the 49ers Report. It's time to go to Trey Lance because Garoppolo doesn't look comfortable throwing the football. Now, he was able to look and somewhat become comfortable over the span of time, and he played excellent. So to the haters, maybe including myself, I'll shut the hell up. But at the same time, I've been an avid supporter of Garoppolo all throughout this year. Wins a lot of games. I'd say he's an above-average quarterback. He is clutch in 2-minute situations and at the end of games. I give credit where credit is due. And when I have to eat my own shit for what I say, I will do that. Jimmy Garoppolo, you are a hero for what you were able to do on this fine Sunday. DJ Nike, what do you think about the wild card game, 49ers versus Cowboys? I think the Niners match up really, really well against Dallas. And this is for a multitude of reasons. Dallas has struggled against physical teams in the NFL. What are the Niners? And what is their bread and butter? Physical football team. And Dallas, for the last quarter century, has not made it to a conference championship game. They have consistently underperformed in the playoffs. And there is that mental fatigue. There is that mental factor that also comes into play. The pressure in this matchup is against Dallas. The pressure in this game is not for San Francisco. And that's why I think the Niners can fare well in this matchup. DJ Nike, 49ers versus Cowboys. I just kind of expanded my thoughts there. $5 from Anthony with the super chat. The 49ers showed playoff spirit. They will beat the Cowboys. Bring Kira on the watch party. She is a game changer. I cannot deny that Kira is a game changer. And I have to do my due diligence and once again welcoming in Kira to our postgame show. She was live on the watch party. I have to bring her in for the postgame show as well. You were being sequestered onto the 49ers report. Mamba G, 33K. I saw your question as well. Anthony, thank you for the $5 super chat. This is the Niners hero today.
Here we go, guys.
She is the hero. So she's got to give us a Bang Bang Niner gang real quick.
Bang Bang Niner gang.
Bang Bang Niner gang, let's ride. And let's continue to move forward with this post-game show. And also,
30th.
you know what's funny? Kira brought me this 30th happy birthday pin. It's my 30th birthday tomorrow. So I think it's safe to say that the Niners winning this game was an early birthday present. What would you say?
It was for you.
It was for me. San Francisco for me.
The dirty 30.
The dirty 30. San Francisco for me. Give us a San Francisco.
Well, you just did it.
Give us a San Francisco.
Okay, we need you to lead it.
San Francisco.
Francisco.
We're riding. After the post-game show, we're shotgunning more beers. Anthony, thank you for that $5 super chat. Travis Jackson, what's the biggest worry playing against Dallas? Probably the secondary. I'd say the Niners' secondary is obviously the weakest unit of this entire football team. Not talking about both sides of the ball. The Niners' secondary is not great. But the way that the 49ers can win this game is with their pass rush. And that's the way that the Niners were able to come back and stage that comeback effort down 17. It was with their pass rush. Nick Bosa, Arnke, Eric Armstead. I mean, Jordan Willis was coming through. DJ Jones, everybody on this 49ers front defensively was absolutely fantastic. Now, if you're watching the 49ers report up to this point, whether it's live or not, as we're doing our post-game show live, and for those of you watching after the fact, appreciate you for tuning in after getting that notification. We just surpassed 50,000 subscribers here on the channel. And in one day alone, we picked up about 1,300 subscribers. That's got to be like close to a Chat Sports record. So if you want to stay in the know and stay up to date with everything going down with this football team, hit that red subscribe button down below. Whether it's in season, off season, we have you covered with free daily videos on the 49ers. So it's pretty easy. Hit that red subscribe button down below. Be a part of the solution. And if you're like, yo, I need to find a way to stay in the know and stay up to date with all of the best 49ers news and rumors, we have you covered. Live shows, watch parties, daily videos, all for free. Subscribe to the channel. Lastly, before we head out of here on our postgame show, grade the 49ers performance against the Los Angeles Rams. Has to be an A. If you say anything other than an A, B, C, D, or F, I question your mental fortitude. It's got to be an A, but you let me know in the comment section. And thanks for watching our post-game show coverage all throughout this week here on the channel as we break this game down between the 49ers and the Cowboys, first round of the NFL playoffs.